So you were in Afghanistan.
I was.
Early-ish in the campaign.
So 2007, when they were still very much shooting at us, before it became an IED-based war, yeah.
Yeah.
And I reflect on that time quite a lot, because I reflect on some of the things that I learned there and some of the things that I take into the world. And there's a few lessons that I think really resonated with me. So I went to a place called FOB Inkerman, or FOB Incoming as it was called, which was the forward line.
A FOB is what? A forward
operating base,
base.
About 5 miles north of Sangin district centre in the heart of Helmand province. And I remember being in this base on the edge of the desert, and the job involved going out into the green zone, the area of irrigated land around the Helmand River. And in order to get from where the base was to the green zone, we had to cover 600 metres of open ground in fields. So if you get engaged, you're in trouble, because you can only hide. You can't take actual proper cover.
So getting engaged is actually getting
shot at.
Yeah.
And I remember really vividly being quite scared in those early patrols, because it's pretty obvious who I am, right? I'm the guy with the sort of command group around him, antenna coming out of his backpack. It's clear that I'm in some sort of leadership position. And I remember being scared, and I remember thinking about this and being like, if you don't work out a way to get your head around this fear, you are not going to be useful to these men, and your inability to manage yourself is going to become a problem. And so I thought about the threat that I faced, and this is where I came across this concept of being able to shape your perception. So you can't do anything about the threat, right? If the Taliban are going to kill you, they're going to kill you. They're going to try and do that. I can't do anything about that. That is fixed. But how I think about it is malleable. And so as I was heading out the gate, I realised that if I got shot in my chest, my body armour would take it. It would hurt like hell, but I would survive. If I got shot in my arms and my legs, my guys knew what they were doing. They would tourniquet me, and I'd be on an operating theatre in Camp Bastion within about an hour. So in order to get killed, I had to get shot in the face or the neck. And if that happened, I wouldn't know about it, because it would just be over like that. But that would mean that actually the chances of that happening are really hard. You know what it's like to shoot, right? So you have an understanding of that. And to take a cold bore shot with a rifle and hit someone face size at 600 metres, even with a head as big as mine, is really very difficult to do. So it became like a numbers game. It became like a risk thing. And I realised the risk was actually much smaller than I thought it was.